live in a world where convenience has become king. Burgers in 5 minutes, pizzas delivered to your door, sodas on every corner. Fast food is everywhere, and while it saves us time, it steals something far greater: our health, our energy, and even our clarity of mind. The truth is this: you are what you eat. This body you carry is not just flesh and bone, it is a sacred vessel given to you to fulfill your karmic responsibilities on this earth, to serve, to meditate, to connect your soul with the higher power. And if you feed this body with poor fuel, you weaken not only your body but your spirit. Let me share with you a classic echo from ancient wisdom. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, once said, "Let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food." In ancient times, food was not just survival, it was sacred. Every meal was seen as nourishment for the body and soul. But today, we have replaced mindful meals with fast, processed food. We are forgetting that the quality of what we eat determines the quality of our lives. Now think about modern examples. Look at the athletes we admire: Cristiano Ronaldo, Novak Djokovic, Tom Brady. Their diets are meticulously measured. They avoid fast foods because they know one simple truth: performance is fuel. Ronaldo once turned down a soda during a press conference and lifted a bottle of water instead, reminding the world success doesn't come from fast food. It comes from discipline. Scriptures also point us to this truth. The Bible teaches that the body is the temple of the Holy Spirit and warns us not to defile it. The Bhagavad Gita describes food in three modes: food of goodness, food of passion, and food of ignorance. Fresh, natural foods elevate the mind. Heavy, processed foods dull it. The Quran permits wholesome food and encourages moderation, teaching that excess leads to harm. Across faiths, the message is the same: respect your body, respect your soul. Science agrees. Studies show that fast food is linked to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and depression. Research at Harvard University found that people who consume fast food regularly are 51% more likely to develop depression. Processed food is designed to be addictive, spiking dopamine briefly but leaving you craving more. Meanwhile, real food, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, builds sustained energy and long-term health. Now let's explore 10 takeaways that can transform the way we think about food and success. First takeaway: your body is your temple. If you lived in a palace, would you throw garbage on the floor? Of course not. Yet many of us treat our bodies worse than we treat our homes. Scriptures from every tradition remind us this body is divine property. The Bible calls it the temple of the Holy Spirit. In Sikhism, the body is considered the house where the soul resides. When you pollute it with fast foods, excess sugar, and processed chemicals, you are disrespecting the temple itself. Modern example: athletes guard their bodies like sacred machines. They refuse junk food not because they don't enjoy it, but because they know their body is their career, their instrument of success. Application: start treating your body with the same reverence. When you eat, ask yourself, am I honoring my temple or am I polluting it? Second takeaway: fast food is fast decay. Fast food gives quick pleasure but long-term pain. A burger today, heart disease tomorrow. A soda today, diabetes later. It is the perfect example of short-term gain, long-term loss. Classic echo. The Bhagavad Gita says, "What is pleasant at first is bitter in the end, and what is bitter at first is sweet in the end." Fast food is pleasant at first but bitter later. Healthy discipline is bitter at first but sweet later. Modern example: look at populations where fast food dominates diets. obesity and illness rise dramatically. Contrast that with cultures that stick to fresh, simple foods, like Japan's traditional diet. They enjoy longer, healthier lives. Application: remember, every time you choose fast food, you're making a trade. Ask yourself, is this moment of taste worth years of health? Third takeaway: energy is everything. What you eat becomes the energy that fuels your thoughts, actions, and emotions. Junk in equals junk out. Fast food loads you with fat and sugar that spike and crash your energy. Clean food provides slow, sustained power. Classic echo: ancient yogis carefully chose sattvic foods, fresh fruits, grains, and vegetables, because they knew energy shapes consciousness. Modern example: business leaders and athletes schedule meals with intention. They eat for focus, not for craving. Application: if you want high energy for greatness, eat foods that give life, not foods that steal it. Fourth takeaway: food shapes focus. Your brain consumes 20% of your daily calories. What you feed it directly affects your concentration and creativity. Fast food fogs the mind, while clean food sharpens it. Science: a UCLA study found that diets high in sugar impair memory and learning, while omega-3 rich diets improve brain performance. Application: if you need to perform, whether in business, sport, or meditation, protect your focus by protecting your food. Fifth takeaway: discipline at the table is discipline in life. If you can control what you put in your mouth, you can control anything. Food discipline is life discipline. Classic echo: the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, taught moderation in eating, saying, "No human ever filled a vessel worse than the stomach." Modern example: think of Kobe Bryant. He wasn't just disciplined on the court, he was disciplined with his body. Every calorie, every meal chosen for performance. Application: use meals as training grounds. Every time you resist unhealthy cravings, you are strengthening your discipline muscle for every area of life. Sixth takeaway: measure what matters. We measure everything in life: money, clothes, house size, car speed, but many ignore the most important measurement: food intake. Practical insight: apps like MyFitnessPal make it easy to track calories and nutrients. Science tells us men need around 2,500 calories daily, women about 2,000. Regularly exceeding this without exercise guarantees fat gain. Application: start measuring your intake. Knowledge brings awareness. Awareness brings change. Seventh takeaway: small excesses create big problems. It's never just one burger or just one soda. Repeated daily, small excesses multiply into disease. Classic echo: the Stoics said, well-being is realized by small steps, but is truly no small thing. The same applies in reverse. Disease comes from small, repeated steps. Application: watch the little habits. They are never little. They build the foundation of your future health. Eighth takeaway: sacrifice builds strength. Greatness requires sacrifice. Giving up fast food, alcohol, or sugary drinks feels difficult at first, but it builds resilience. Sacrifice today becomes strength tomorrow. Modern example: Tom Brady plays at an elite level in his 40s because he sacrificed junk food decades earlier. His TB12 diet avoids fast food completely. Application: instead of asking, "What am I losing if I sacrifice this meal?" ask, "What am I gaining if I fuel myself for greatness?" Ninth takeaway: spiritual clarity comes from physical purity. When the body is heavy, the mind becomes heavy. When the body is clean, the mind becomes sharp. Spiritual masters across traditions have used fasting and clean eating to deepen their connection with the divine. Classic echo: In Sikhism, Guru Nanak reminded us that pure living supports pure thinking. In Buddhism, monks eat mindfully and sparingly to maintain clarity. Application: if you want a deeper meditation, a stronger prayer, a clearer soul, begin with what you feed your body. 10th takeaway: prevention is easier than cure. Once disease takes hold, the road back is long and painful. Prevention is far easier. Every meal is a choice: health or harm, discipline or decay. Science. Doctors remind us that obesity, diabetes, and heart disease are largely preventable with diet. Prevention is not only easier, it is cheaper and more sustainable. Application. Think of food as medicine. Every bite is a dose. Is it a dose of health or a dose of illness? So let me ask you, what are you putting into your body today? Is it fuel for greatness or is it poison for regret? Every bite is a choice between health and harm, discipline and decay, strength and weakness. So in summary, don't eat fast foods too much. Respect your body, measure your intake. Choose foods that give life, not foods that steal it. Because this body is your sacred vessel, given not only to live, but to fulfill your mission on earth, to serve others, to meditate, and to connect your soul to the higher power. Don't damage the temple. Protect it. Honor it. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And remember this: the path to greatness begins with what you put into your body.